They call the other approach outcome supervision, an approach that may reward an unaligned process and it being harder to scrutinize. But is it possible that the process reward model isn't just a more granular outcome reward model, where the output is each step of the reasoning still pretty impossible to actually scrutinize? Well, either way, it seems we're pinning our hopes on this process-oriented learning. This is from the website of Anthropic. They say we currently believe process-oriented learning may be the most promising path to training safe and transparent systems up to and somewhat beyond human-level capabilities. And let's end on this positive note from the head of alignment at OpenAI. He says this is positive evidence for the strategy of using process supervision to train a model to do alignment research. At least in that case, we would get a model whose work we can check more easily, and that model would be better at alignment research.
I was working on this concept of CQV, the paper, whatever you want to call it, and I already talked about this concept of real state Tron. I have to complete it and make it more better, like this convolutional quantum parallel processing. I don't know how to even, like, that word is good enough. But while working on all that, I already came to these conclusions and wrote about this NOBP. NOBP basically means non-output based processing, or non-output can be substituted as process-based processing. And with respect to for algorithm also, I was looking for that. I don't really think that their way of using process-based processing will actually work, because their process-based processing is actually an output-based processing that is just very quantized and at specific level instances of and within the process. So it is not actually a non-output based processing. It is just trying to see non-output based processing from output based processing at very specific instances of time. Their will obviously be helpful in reducing outer alignment problem, and might also help with the interpretability problem, but it will actually increase the inner alignment problem with the same amount it will decrease the outer alignment problem. So overall there is not much difference, just playing around between two levels of alignment problem. The next thing that they can do is first improve the FPEE segment of this, and also work on this non-output based processing as non-output based processing, not just simulating output based processing on a very small level. The next thing that is left is FPEE. This thing is also not properly explored, because the way that they're exploring, I don't think it is enough. The next thing that they can do is the FPEE that I have written here, the abstract and fluid exploration thing. It is done in reinforcement learning, exploration versus exploitation, that concept. It is sad that I can never completely publish my things on correct time, because all of my time is gone into the general coursework and all, and I cannot maintain my momentum to write things, because I can just complete it within 2 weeks. Within 2 weeks I can complete this, but I don't have enough time. The central problem at this time is about momentum. At least my mind works in a way that once I'm in momentum of a thing, I will like to do that thing until that momentum wears off automatically. And with respect to this paper thing, I'm not able to gain a good enough momentum and complete my momentum at any time that I have started working on this paper. Like every time I started working on this paper, I lost my momentum. This time also I've got good enough momentum. I like completed 30% segments like at this moment with respect to this paper, and like there's just last 10% or 20% left, but I cannot do anything about it because of the loss of momentum. Now again, when I pick up the momentum, then I have to spend like at least 2-3 weeks just to gain that momentum and work on it from starting and get my thought, get into that zone. I don't know what people call it. Mark mentioned called like reflecting to Elon Musk, segmentation and chunks of time. I don't know what it is, but that's basically how my mind works, and it is so fucking annoying that it happens all the time. And I don't want this to happen with respect to me now anymore, because it takes a lot to generate these kind of thoughts, or to get to that level that gets a thought that is equivalent to a lot of people who are researching on this with all their machineries, all their experiments, everything that they can get. All I have is my mind and a piece of paper, that is tablet, whatever. So it's annoying. Just that. Have a good day. Bye bye.